Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Finland. Finland, officially the Republic of Finland, is a sovereign state in northern Europe, a peninsula, with the Gulf of Finland to the south and the Gulf of Bothnia to the west. The country has land borders with Sweden to the northwest, Norway to the north, and Russia to the east. Estonia is south of the country across the Gulf of Finland. Finland is a Nordic country situated in the geographical region of Fennoscandia, which also includes Scandinavia. Finland's population is 5.5 million, and the majority of the population is concentrated in the southern region. 88.7% of the population is Finnish people who speak Finnish, a Uralic language unrelated to the Scandinavian languages. The second major group are the Finland-Swedes. In terms of area, it is the 8th largest country in Europe, and the most sparsely populated country in the European Union. Finland is a parliamentary republic with a central government based in the capital Helsinki, local governments in 311 municipalities, and an autonomous region, the Åland Islands. Over 1.4 million people live in the Greater Helsinki metropolitan area, which produces a third of the country's GDP. From the late 12th century, Finland was an integral part of Sweden, a legacy reflected in the prevalence of the Swedish language and its official status. In the spirit of the notion of Adolf Ivar Arvidsson, "We are not Swedes, we do not want to become Russians, let us therefore be Finns," the Finnish national identity started to become established. Nevertheless, in 1809, Finland was incorporated into the Russian Empire as the autonomous Grand Duchy of Finland. In 1906, Finland became the second nation in the world to give the right to vote to all adult citizens and the first in the world to give all adult citizens the right to run for public office. Following the 1917 Russian Revolution, Finland declared itself independent. In 1918, the fledgling state was divided by civil war, with the Bolshevik-leaning Reds, supported by the equally new Soviet Russia, fighting the Whites, supported by the German Empire. After a brief attempt to establish a kingdom, the country became a republic. During World War II, the Soviet Union sought repeatedly to occupy Finland, with Finland losing parts of Karelia, Sala, and Kuusamo, Petsamo and some islands, but retaining independence. Finland joined the United Nations in 1955 and established an official policy of neutrality. The Finno-Soviet Treaty of 1948 gave the Soviet Union some leverage in Finnish domestic politics. During the Cold War era, Finland joined the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development in 1969, the NATO Partnership for Peace in 1994, the European Union in 1995, the Euro-Atlantic Partnership Council in 1997, and finally the Eurozone at its inception, in 1999. Finland was a relative latecomer to industrialization, remaining a largely agrarian country until the 1950s. It rapidly developed an advanced economy while building an extensive Nordic-style welfare state, resulting in widespread prosperity and one of the highest per capita incomes in the world. However, Finnish GDP growth has been negative in 2012-2014, with a preceding nadir of -8% in 2009. Finland is a top performer in numerous metrics of national performance, including education, economic competitiveness, civil liberties, quality of life, and human development. In 2015, Finland was ranked first in the World Human Capital and the Press Freedom Index, and is the most stable country in the world during 2011-2016 in the Fragile States Index, and second in the Global Gender Gap Report. A large majority of Finns are members of the Evangelical Lutheran Church, though freedom of religion is guaranteed under the Finnish constitution. Etymology. The first known written appearance of the name Finland is thought to be on 3 rune stones. 2 were found in the Swedish province of Uppland and have the inscription Finlanti. The third was found in Gotland, in the Baltic Sea. It has the inscription Finlandi and dates from the 13th century. The name can be assumed to be related to the tribe name Finns, which is mentioned first known time AD 98. Suomi. The name Suomi has uncertain origins, but a candidate for a source is the Proto-Baltic word ziem, meaning land. In addition to the close relatives of Finnish, this name is also used in the Baltic languages Latvian and Lithuanian. Alternatively, the Indo-European word gmon, man, has been suggested, being borrowed as Koma. The word originally referred only to the province of Finland proper, and later to the northern coast of Gulf of Finland, with northern regions such as Ostrobothnia still sometimes being excluded until later. Earlier theories suggested derivation from Suomi or Suoniemi, and parallels between Saami and Heim were drawn, but these theories are now considered outdated. Concept. In the earliest historical sources from the 12th and 13th centuries, the term Finland refers to the coastal region around Turku from Pernio to Uusikaupunki. This region later became known as Finland proper in distinction from the country name Finland. Finland became a common name for the whole country in a centuries-long process that started when the Catholic Church established missionary diocese in Nusharainen in the northern part of the province of Suomi, possibly sometime in the 12th century. In the 15th century, Finland became a common name for the whole land area to the east of the Bothnian Sea, possibly even including a land, when the archipelago was seen as belonging to Turku. What the term actually refers to can vary depending on the sources. In addition, the boundaries to the east and the north were not exact. An establishment of sorts of Finland as a united entity, if only in name, was made when John III of Sweden called his duchy the Grand Duchy of Finland, as a strategy to counter the claims of the Russian Tsar. The term became part of the title of the King of Sweden, but had little practical meaning. The Finnish land area had the same standing as the area to the west of the Bothnian Sea, and the Finnish part of the realm had the same representation in the parliament as the western part. In 1637, Queen Christina named Per Brahe the younger Governor-General of Finland, a land, and Ostrobothnia. The modern boundaries of Finland actually came into existence only after the end of Sweden-Finland. What was signed over to Russia in 1809 was not so much Finland as 6 counties, a land, and a small part of Västerbotten County. The boundary between the new Grand Duchy of Finland and the remaining part of Sweden could have been drawn along the river Kemijoki. The boundary at the time between Västerbotten County and Österbotten County as proposed by the Swedes in the peace negotiations, or along the river Kalix, thereby including the Finnish-speaking part of Myanmar as proposed by the Russians. The actual boundary, which followed the Torn River and the Muonio River to the Felsana and Halti in the northwest, was a compromise. The area it delineated was to become what was represented by the concept of Finland, at least after Tsar Alexander I of Russia permitted the parts of Finland located to the east of the Kymi River, which were conquered by Russia in 1721 and 1743, called Old Finland, to be administratively included in New Finland in 1812. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.